What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii and I am back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And in today's video, we're going to be doing the stage breakdown and playthrough of the Champion Challenge Charlotte Family. So this is the brand new Charlotte Family dungeon that they just sprung upon the global version of the game. This was not available on the Japanese version of Treasure Cruise, and it's just an event where you can just farm up the skill books of all of the brand new Superfest batch that has arrived on One Piece Treasure Cruise Global, as well as get your hands on some cotton candies, some tomes, as well as some elder turtles. So in this video, we're going to be playing through this with a team by someone from my Discord, actually, Sonic Titan in the Discord. Posted this team, which was a judge team. Now, I did have a team previously. It was a V2 Law Cerebral team. It did work, but this team is much more efficient and does clear a lot faster than the V2 Law team that I did have created. If I did have my hands on KATAKURI, though, then he would definitely be the man to use for this specific piece of content. So, the team that I am using is a judge team, as I mentioned here, and the characters I do have are Oven, we have V2 Shanks, Coliseum NL, and also Bobbin. Now, you guys might be wondering, how do I have Oven and Bobbin, and you haven't seen any SUGO videos? So, let's go ahead, and let me go ahead and show you guys in this video right now the pre-recorded SUGO pulls that I did today. Unfortunately, didn't make a video at the time, but I do have the recordings of the actual clips of me pulling, so we'll go cut over to that, and I'll show you guys what I got. Okay, so this is the 30 gem multi that I did initially, and then after doing the 30 gem multi, I wanted to go ahead and try and go up until the third multi, just to try and get my hands on KATAKURI, man. I really want KATAKURI so goddamn badly, man. I mean, like, I know that Gear 4 and Nami are coming extremely soon in One Piece Treasure Cruise Global, and I know a lot of people have been waiting for that specific SUGO Fest, and I know a lot of people are kind of upset at the fact that we got KATAKURI this early, but I really want to get my hands on this character. He's one of my favorite characters in all of One Piece in general, and I really love the way that he's structured in usage-wise in One Piece Treasure Cruise. Now, you see that what I pulled in this specific multi, I did get Luffy and Ace, which is a very, very good legend. However, I do already have this character, and as you saw, that was actually the 6-star version of Luffy and Ace. So, as you guys know, if you guys saw my previous video about the 6-star legends, the 6-star legends are actually pullable in this SUGO Fest, which is pretty crazy, and I still don't really know how to feel about that exactly, but yeah, as you guys saw there, I actually didn't know at the time. I was just too caught up in the moment, but if you see the icons there for the unevolved and the evolved versions of Luffy Ace, they are different. That's where I noticed straight away that, oh my god, you know, that is the actual evolved version of Luffy and Ace. But anyways, the next thing I got to show you guys is actually the next set of pulls, which is somewhere here. Here we go, right here. Okay, so this is the multi 2, 3, and 4. So multi 2, the 11th poster is guaranteed to be a showcase character. So that means any character on that banner right here you guys are seeing, so any of the new batch, including Akainu, KATAKURI, and Lucy, are pullable on that 11th poster. So heading into this, I was hoping to see that red poster on the 11th multi. That would have been the most hype thing ever. So along with me in this venture to get KATAKURI, I was along with Dilber and Cobby, who are, you know, the guys who pop up on my stream every now and again. Dilber got extremely lucky on his pulls, and he was part of the reason why I was tempted to do the multis that I did on part 1, considering the only red poster SUGO exclusive character that I am missing for part 1 is actually KATAKURI, and I get the red on the 11th, and it's extended, but unfortunately for me, it was V2 Akainu, and I was extremely triggered at that. I was so triggered just seeing that red poster. I thought for sure it was going to be KATAKURI. And as you see, it is actually the evolved version of V2 Akainu, which the chances of that is actually pretty goddamn low. So yeah, we did get the 6-star evolved Akainu. I don't know how I feel about that. Honestly, I don't like it that much, because even though I already have V2 Akainu, and if I did pull a dupe, if I had an unevolved one, I could use that on some of the cost-restrictive ranking missions, and that is such a big downfall, the fact that I did get him evolved, because it means I can't use him for those cost-restrictive missions, and at this point, he's just going to be limit break fodder, so that's unfortunately for me. But anyways, we're on the third multi now. I didn't get any red poster on this particular multi-pull, aside from obviously the guaranteed red poster. I actually forgot what the red was that I got on the third multi. I don't actually remember, so this is going to be going through here, but I actually did get a lot of good limit break potential characters. Like, I got lots of Sengokus, I got some Strength Markers, I got some Little Oars Juniors, so I actually did get some pretty decent characters, but obviously just not what we're after. And I did get Necromamashi. Okay, so that was the other unit that I did pull. One thing to also note as well is the fact that the new batch is actually a pretty good batch. I mean, Bobbin is fantastic, one of the best utility characters in the game. Alvin is fantastic for Katakuri teams specifically. You have Brule, who's also good for Katakuri teams specifically. And you have Amand, who isn't going to see much usage, but when we have the maxed special, you know, anniversary ship, she's going to be fantastic for that, because her special is going to be insta-maxed, and you can get a 50% HP cut, and also barrier removal, and she's just absolutely insane with that ship. But that fourth multi, I did that because it was only 30 gems, you know, the discount was kind of tempting, and I'm glad I did it because I did actually get my hands on Brule, who was the last character of the batch that I was missing. So that was absolutely fantastic, I was able to do that. But anyways, those were the pulls that I got for today's Sugo Fest, just in case if any of you guys were wondering. But let's go ahead and get straight into this. So, as you see, we're using the judge team, and shout out to Sonic Titan once again in the Discord for actually providing that team. That's actually really, really cool. But let's go ahead and get into it. So the judge team works reasonably well, obviously with these characters. There are some replacements, of course. I mean, you can go ahead and not use Bobbin, but Bobbin is actually pretty useful for this one specific stage, and we'll go through that once we get to it. So on stage 1, it is basically just fodder characters. There's nothing really to note here, but once we get to each of these stages, I'll actually explain what you guys need to know about each of these stages so you guys can understand what to expect. Now remember, you can also farm the lower stamina difficulty of this dungeon, and you know, it's going to be a lot easier, and then some of the actual functions of the dungeon are actually not present in the lower stamina difficulty. So that's actually something really good to know, that if you are struggling a lot for this dungeon, you can still farm the easier one, and like, it is so much easier. So that's just something to point out, just in case if you guys were wondering. So stage 2 here, you can see we got a bunch of Elder Turtles, very, very easy to take down. Their defense is non-existent. You can take them down very, very easily here. But we're just going to try and stall a little bit, get a little bit of our specials up. And now we move on to stage 3. So stage 3 is the first character, which is going to be Bobbin. Now Bobbin, he doesn't have that much HP. He has under 1 million HP. It's about 900,000, 800,000-ish. Now you can see that he paralyzes all of our characters for one turn. We're going to use NL to get rid of that. Also, one thing to note as well is that all of your orbs, as you can see, are transferred into either tandem or recovery orbs. Now, if you do not kill these mob characters behind Bobbin, you will get despaired for 4 turns. So we are going to target them and try and take them down as soon as possible. Otherwise, we will have to deal with despair, and we do not want to deal with despair. So the matching orb on NL actually helps out a bunch here. And now that we've gotten rid of them, we can focus our target onto Bobbin. Relatively easy right here. Okay, so moving on, the next stage on stage 4 is going to be against Brule. Now, Brule has over 1 million HP. It's like only just over. It's like about 1.2, 1.3 million HP, and she has a preemptive attack that will apply a 2-turn defense boost, which is the blue shield. She also has a 2-turn damage threshold and a 99-turn delay protector. Now, you can see that Carrot and Chopper are also here as well. Fighter characters get their cooldown reduced here, as well as you get a 3-turn attack up. Now, I'm not 100% certain how much attack they give. I'd assume it's like maybe 1.5, 1.25. I'm not 100% certain on that. But this is where we're going to be going ahead and using our Bobbin special. Let's go ahead and see the special animation of Bobbin here. And he's so good. He gets rid of so many debuffs. I think it's by like 5 turns or something. And as well as that, he also gives us adjacent orbs matching as well. So he's just such a goddamn fantastic unit. And that allows us to go ahead and take down Brule much, much, much easier. Okay, so moving on to stage 5 here, our next stage is going to be against Amand. So Amand, I'm not too certain how much HP she has. I think it's around 2 million, maybe just over 2 million HP, but you can see that she converts all of our orbs into quick orbs, and she also has end of turn healing as well, and she heals around about 200,000 every single turn. Now, one thing to note about this as well is that I didn't see it at first, but you can see that she actually has a counter debuff on top of her character. Now, she will apply the counter at the end of the first turn, so we're just going to go ahead and shuffle our orbs around so we can get some better orbs, and the counter isn't honestly that much. If you just do these regular taps, you'll see that she does the counter. It really doesn't do that much damage, and it's fine. And she only does the counter once, but after that first turn, you're fine to just go ahead and just take her out. So we're going to go ahead and just do our regular attacks, and Judge, obviously, with his really high multiplier, it's going to be relatively easy to take her down. Boom, there we go. So now our next stage is going to be against Oven. Now this is the stage where I think a lot of people are going to struggle here. So Oven has preemptive attack that makes all of our orbs into Psi orbs, really good for Judge teams in particular. Also, he has end of turn damage, and he also does some health cuts as well. The end of turn damage, I believe, is like 10% of your health, something like that. And one thing to note here as well is that he will go ahead and special bind driven characters for 5 turns. You see that I've only got 3 turns right here, but the crewmate abilities of Oven and Bobbin remove it by 1 each for our crew. So they're fantastic here. They remove it now. It's down only to 3 turns. And one other thing to note here is do not go ahead and delay or use an orb boost on this specific stage, because there is an interrupt that Oven actually has against this. I'm not too certain what that interrupt is, but I know not to go ahead and use a delay or an orb boost because he actually says it with his speech bubble. You can see here that we also have the debuff where we can only use a certain amount of specials, and you can see above Judge, we can only use 2 specials per turn here. But we don't need to actually use any specials at all here. We're going to do regular attacks and take down all of these mob characters, and then we are going to target down Oven. Now, it might take a few turns to take down Oven, but it's fine. He doesn't really do that much damage, and make sure to not get him below 20%, because below 20%, he'll actually go ahead and do a lot of damage and basically insta-kill you. You can see after that first turn of attacks, he actually will go ahead and recovery bind you for 99 turns, so say goodbye to your health. You're not going to be needing that for the rest of the run, and as I said, do not get him below 20%, otherwise that's bad time and you will die. So, now we are here, we're about to move on to the next stage. We didn't really get that many good orbs, so I actually want to shuffle our orbs a little bit to make sure that we can get some, matching orbs, otherwise we will risk dying this specific run. So now we've got a matching orb on NL, which is great. That's exactly what we want. And then we can use that to take down Oven. Boom. So that's stage 6, and when he actually is killed, he will go ahead and max the specials of your captains, but obviously Judge is already maxed here, and fighters on your crew will be binded for 15 turns. Now this is where Judge is extremely useful, because he actually will go ahead and unbind our characters. However, one annoying thing about Judge is the fact that, when he does the orb shuffle, he can give you some pretty bad orbs. So here we are at KATAKURI. Now KATAKURI has about 5 million HP from what I've seen. He has about 5 million. His preemptive attack, he actually becomes a dex character. So he's normally a strength unit, but he becomes a dex character with this. And also, he applies a 5-turn chain lock. This chain lock will make your chain at 2 times for 5 turns. Also, all of your orbs are converted into block orbs, and he has a perfect barrier as well for a 1-hit barrier for 3 turns. And also something that he mentioned in the speech bubble before the turn started is that do not use a debuffing special on KATAKURI, otherwise he does really bad things. So just make sure you don't use any special that delays him, applies a poison, or anything like that. So we're going to use the double Judge special to unbind our characters. Unfortunately, Judge didn't get any matching orbs, which I don't think is that much of an issue. So we'll go ahead and use our Oven special here. Now, Oven is going to give us a 3-turn attack boost, and we're just going to basically hope for the best and do as much damage as we possibly can against KATAKURI, making sure we hit our perfects, of course. Now, because of the stat boost for the new batch, Oven actually does a lot of damage on this team. Now, unfortunately, we really didn't do as much damage as I really would hope for, but KATAKURI is really lenient. He actually doesn't really do all that much against you. So, yeah, you can actually be quite nonchalant about how much damage you deal to him. But he really does not do that much to you at all. So you can just take your time and make sure you can take him down here. So you see, we might not kill him yet. We're not going to kill him here, but it's fine. Boom. Okay, so he's going to get rid of all of our special debuffs. So on his attack, he will deal some damage to you, and he also gets rid of all the positive buffs, and he blinds you. He basically does a lot of bad stuff. So that's just something to note as well. But as you can see, even though we did kind of screw up, we didn't really get that many matching orbs, but like it's it's still really, really easy. He really just doesn't do much. All you need is to have the damage output to just kill him off. There's just enough damage output to deal 5 million damage against a dex unit, and you're good. There's really not much else you really need to know, as long as you're not bringing fighters, you know, so they don't get binded and stuff. And that's really about it. So that judge team worked pretty well against this specific island. I know a lot of people are kind of struggling with it. It is kind of tricky, but the actual drops you can get from this are pretty good. And that is my first set of KATAKURI books, so I'm actually really glad about that. That's the first set I've got from them. And the drop rates for the books themselves, they're kind of average. If you really want to go ahead and farm them up just for the skill books, I don't know if that's really a good idea because the book drop rates aren't the best. But the big draw to this specific event is the fact that if you go to the Chopper Man missions on the world page here, the Chopper Man missions are actually pretty goddamn cool. So if you go down to the actual island here, you can see I've done it 9 times. You get a whole bunch of the skill books of the characters, including the legend himself. You get gems, you get USBs, and if you do 30 runs, you get a skill up turkey. So this is definitely well worth doing. I'm pretty sure if you do the 25 stamina, this also, oh no, this ultimate. Okay, you have to do the ultimate one, unfortunately, in order to actually get these Chopper Man missions to activate. So that is a little unfortunate because those rewards are actually pretty goddamn good. I mean, you get a guaranteed skill up on a cerebral character. I think it's 1 book. Yeah. And you get 5 silver books as well. That's pretty good. So, I highly recommend doing it, guys. I really highly recommend doing this, if you guys can do it, of course. But man, I'm so tempted to do these 2 multis because I'm on the 5th multi right now. So I can do 100 gems right now, and I'll get at least 1 more red. Nonetheless, I will still be doing pulls tomorrow on part 2 because I really want to get my hands on KATAKURI. I feel like I'm gonna regret this a lot. But let's finish off the video with 2 multis, guys. Let me know down below in the comment section how your SUGO Fest was, if you guys did pull on this for KATAKURI. How did your SUGO Fest go? Hopefully it went well. Literally, all I really would like is my man, Charlotte Slam Jam KATAKURI. But let's see how we go with multi number 5. 1, 2, 3. Oh yes! 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, number 3, we got a red. Okay, we want to see KATAKURI. We need to see Charlotte Slam Jam KATAKURI. Can we do it? It's not extended. And we got V1 Law. Ah, dang, dude. Damn, feels bad, man. Feels bad. Oven, that's a really good dupe. That's a really good dupe. I've already got another dupe of Oven, so that's 2 dupes I've gotten so far of him. That's pretty awesome. Obviously, leveling up his limit break is going to be fantastic. He's a very, very good unit. Very, very good unit. That's Quick Guard. That's not too bad from the Luffy Ace batch. We got Hack. And finishing off with Mr. Zero. The 11th poster is going to be a gold. And it's going to be regular 4-star OG Ace. Alright, so this is going to be it, guys. This is it. Final multi. I can't believe I did 6 multis on this goddamn SUGO Fest, but we're doing it. We're doing it. It's guaranteed legend. Hoping for the best at this point here. Hoping for the best. Can we get a red in between? That would be absolutely insane if we're able to get a red in between, but let's go ahead and do it. What are we going to get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my god! 10. Oh! 3 reds! Back to back to back! Is this it, guys? Please, please let this be it. Please let this be it. 2 Jinbei. Holy damn. Kinemon. I haven't pulled many Kinemon. I'll take that. Number 4 is Blamenko. Number 5, Hawkins. That's a real throwback unit. God damn. Monet. That's also a really old unit. 7. Oh, that's a good one. Hina. That's a really good pull. Number 8. Oh, we got another Amand. Okay, that's really, really good. Okay, guys, we got 3 reds back to back to back. Are we gonna enable this high tier Haki right now? This high tier Haki. It's not extended. It's a V2 Fuji, evolved V2 Fuji. Unfortunately for me, that is a duplicate. That is a duplicate. Oh man, I'm so nervous, man. Literally, like the only character that I would really love to get, and then I don't care about many other reds in this game. Just this guy. It's not extended. Neko Mamashi, oh my god. That's it, last poster. Last poster. Not extended. V2 bowler. That's it. No Katakuri for me today. No Katakuri for me today. But that is going to conclude this video, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. And as I said, let me know down below in the comment section what you guys got from your pulls. I can't believe we got 3 reds on the final multi and we pulled a bunch of non-boosted legends, man. This shit is crazy. But that is going to conclude it. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure to smack the like button down below. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.